Hey guys, Hot Rod Reverend here. It's been a while since I give you an update about everything going on, but I've got some great news if you've been following anything here on the channel. The first thing is that our 342 cubic inch Y-block build has finally got our rods in, our connecting rods from John Mummert. And man, I'm excited about that. Here they are. So we're going to have some updates on that very soon. I'm going to get back up to Tim McMasters, Hanford, California, the Y-block guy.
You know, the bigger you go, you lose velocity at lower RPM. So 192s or 194s if you're running Chevy valves in them, that's really as big as you want to go. You know, everybody loves to say that 202 sound, but there's really not a lot of advantage to it. So, and you know, these heads, they will flow, they will turn 7,000 RPM if you can feed it enough. And, you know, on the right lower end, camshaft, cubic inches, you know, you can make 350, 400 horsepower with them. Again, before I got John Mummert's aluminum heads, cast iron was all we had to work with. And although John's heads are very nice heads, they cost money. And if you're willing to put in a little time on these, you can make iron heads run real well. And that's all they had in the old days anyway.
Get things rolling. He's been doing a lot up there. It got the block prepped, all ready to go. Crankshaft ground, all ready to go. Got to get things balanced, everything else. We'll give you some updates coming up very soon. Also here on the channel, I've started another series in addition to the Y-block stuff we've got going on. A lot of you like the old car videos, which are great. But this other series I've started is all about paint and really just doing good automotive paint at home. I've gotten so many compliments on the car. The finish turned out well. I'm not a professional, that's very much obvious, but there are some good things you can do at home. So those videos are gaining some traction. I'll leave a couple links in the description below. Check it out. Also some of the gear, some of the products I've used. I did just have something come in here. Company wanted me to try because some of you guys do not have a large enough air compressor to paint automotive paint and do a good job. You really need a good air compressor, I think. However, you can use low volume, low pressure guns. I tested one of those out. There's a link in the description. And then this just showed up. I'm going to be reviewing this very soon here. Gochifix cordless paint sprayer. It's supposed to be able to paint automotive paint, or things like Rust-Oleum, if you got the viscosity right. I'm going to be doing up a set of valve covers. Now, my valve covers right now, sheet metal valve covers, are in the blast cabinet. There's some special things I want you to consider when you restore a set of sheet metal valve covers from a Y-block. Now here on the channel, we do more than just Y-block stuff. Now, obviously, most of it's Y-block stuff, or I'm doing something in the Bible. Hot Rod Reverend, they go together. That's great. But a lot of us, we drive our cars. I drive my 55 Ford every week, all the time. There are some products that are out there that would be a big help to you. One of the things we're going to be testing very soon is a foam cannon. You never use one of these suckers. They are awesome. But I've got a video that's going to drop pretty soon, probably the next week or so, about how to use this. This one here, I already like the weight of this thing, how it feels. It feels pretty nice. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. We'll test it out and see how it goes. And then I had a company reach out to me. It wants me to test this jump starter. We'll see how this one goes. This is small, it's light, but if you have an old car, if you have a junker, I don't care what you've got, you got something where you're concerned about your alternator, your generator, or you need some extra juice, whatever it might be to start, you're stranded somewhere, we're going to test that out pretty soon too. Now, I did just get a box here in the mail today by UPS, and we're going to open up this sucker real quick. So, not opened yet. I want to show you what this is because I'm pretty excited about this. This is going to lead me into another part, another project we're working on. Some of you guys that know about the PCV video that I did, positive crankcase ventilation. There's a teapot adapter I've been working on. I've actually got some help with that from a company that is actually doing some testing on a 3D printed version of that crankcase ventilation adapter. I'm pretty excited about that right now. The testing going on is they've got the thing thrown into an oven, testing up to several hundred degrees just to see how long it takes before it melts, just all kinds of stuff, putting the thing through its paces before we actually put this thing into production. And I'll tell you more about that hopefully within the next week or so. But I do want to take this out of the box real quick. What am I holding here? This is a one-off, if I could say it that way. I guess the guy up in New England or up in New York, he'll make these, but this is for the 2x4 intake manifold. It's my understanding that this is a copy of what Ford did in 1956 for the 2x4 barrel Holly 4000s, that intake, because that intake sits so much lower. And because of that, you need something either flush or even a little well. What I was told was that as short as this is, or its profile, the profile is low enough that this will work with a 57 or a 56 manifold, either one. This does look pretty nice. As you can tell, it's as straight as an arrow, brand new, but also has the provision for that teapot, that spout adapter at the back, which we're going to be working on with that one. So that's exciting. I will leave a link to this. This is not on Amazon. This is on eBay. This is, I think, the only way you can get this from this guy, but definitely excited about it. A lot of stuff coming up here on the channel. You've seen some of the video clips here as we kind of roll through, so pay attention each week. Hit the notification button. Obviously, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe today. All about mid-50s Fords, Y-blocks. We do some stuff with old cars and photos and music and things. There's thousands of you that I'm surprised. Many of you that like that stuff, and that's great. Just keeps the channel going. And we'll be up at Tim McMasters for too long up in Hanford, California, and looking at the Y-block. Oh, speaking of Y-blocks, I will say this. I picked up a 272 core in Santa Clarita not too long ago. It looks like the engine's been rebuilt during its lifetime. The bearings are in great shape. I really not measured much of anything else, but we're going to take that up to Tim, see what he thinks about it. I don't know, may even give it to him, whatever. But really good set of heads with this too. It looks like seats have been installed. We'll take a look at that block and the heads and all the things that I got from that little score there when we get back up to Hanford, and kind of go through its paces a little bit with Tim, see what he thinks about it, and give you some ideas. If you've got a 272, what you can do when you rebuild one. A lot of times 292 standard pistons are the best route to go, cheapest. 292 pistons tend to be the easiest to get off the shelf. So a lot of guys take a 272 board out, 292 standard, and just go from there. But we'll take a look at it when we get up there. A lot of stuff coming up on the channel, so thank you guys for subscribing. Stay tuned here to Hot Rod Reverend, and almost every day we're pumping out something that'll help you in the classic car field, especially if you own a Y-block. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.